Welcome to Fiction Meets Phantom, from the Parish Register of Rolleston, England, a terrifying tale of a man dying a tormented death under the influence of the moon. Robert Bush, a servant of Mr. Falland, was buried on the 20th of November 1705. He was bitten with a mad dog on 3rd of October last. He was bitten in the hand, and he passed 2 moon changes and almost 2 full moons before his death. The changes and the full of the moon were as followeth: the moon in the first quarter, the new moon on the 6th of October 1705, a full moon on the 21st of October, the third quarter on the 5th of November, and another full moon on the 19th of November. He killed the dog which bit him, and he cut out its liver. He ate it with the milk in which the roots of the lily flower had been boiled. This was the medicine given by the keepers to their hounds. It purged him, but the illness remained. He also took decoctions of rue and other antidotes. He was blooded twice, which perhaps he had better not have had done. And he took some other things from the apothecary, but the poisonous quality prevailed, and some symptoms thereof appeared by times, as heavings of oppression at his heart, and difficulty of breathing. On November the 16th he drank 1 draught of ale, but found himself so disordered by it that he said he would never drink ale no more. He thought himself very well, and he went to the barn to thresh wheat. On November the 17th, about 5 o'clock in the evening, he told us in my house he thought he should leave off small beer as well as ale, for that nothing but water agreed with him. That he was dry, but he cared not to drink. He went immediately home and sat down by the fire, and within 4 or 5 minutes he started up very hastily, and he ran up to his bed, crying that he was struck with death. And for that time he continued under great agony, sensible almost to the very last. Yet he was rambling and he was raging. When he had got any person's name into his head, he would repeat it over and over. O good man, O good woman, O good lad. According as the person who was speaking to him, he said, pray for me. Pray for me. This was his request to all that spoke to him, and he repeated the same 10 or 12 times altogether. He lay always on his belly. He vomited. He sweated. His eyes were twinkling fast and staring. His mouth was gaping and catching and foaming, and his breath was full and steaming, as gross as a boiling pot. He was very ill-sensed. If anyone touched him, he always avoided the touch and struck them, and he would not suffer his mother, of whom he was very tender, to come near him, but he always beat her off, and he was always in violent agonies while she was in the room, and while she made lamentations over him. He got her thumb in his mouth not long before he died. Whereupon she called to him, Robert, will you bite your mother? And after some pausing he said, No, no, my dear mother, and he let her go without drawing blood. They bound him at last, and on the 18th day, about 3 o'clock in the morning, he lifted himself as high as the ropes would give way, and then he lay down, and he sighed, and he died. Being, as I compute, about 34 hours in the sharp agonies I have mentioned, he was a young man, piously disposed, well-worded, and of a good disposition, but his wound should have been kept open, and the blood should have been drawn out while it was fresh. He should have had cuppings, and the sores made more sore with sharp washers, that the poison might have been recalled back and drawn out of the sores before it got into the blood. He was bitten by a mad dog. Is this a case of a werewolf or rabies?